Hey. Friday morning. You're getting a lot of tired morning Gaz. I'm at my parent-in-law's house. That was awkward. Anyway, I'm having a cup of coffee, which is large, but this looks even larger. And I'm eating for pre-breakfast, because it's not really a breakfast, because we're going to get bagels from Bagel Masters in Shrewsbury, my favorite bagel outlet, where I used to work as a bagel delivery person, which is a job that seems like it shouldn't exist. Anyway, I have been eating these, which are small Butterfinger Easter egg things. When we just got back from Delaware at my mother's house, and she had a assortment of Easter candy, which I delighted in. Now, I know what you're thinking, how can you enjoy Easter candy when it's not 50% off, 70% off, 90% off? Well, it's true that normally that does produce the best tasting candy. Something about getting it from my mother in a nice Pyrex bowl at full price, it still tasted good. Must be something about genetics. It's a little overcast and borderline chilly, which I love. It was drizzling a little bit, which I don't love as much, but I like when it's just a little bit cold, especially because it was getting a little too warm. It's hitting up towards 80s, not loving that. But nothing better than it's a little bit chilly, gotta wear a hoodie. Not the kind of thing where I'm wearing a hoodie, and maybe it's making me a little sweaty, but I kind of like wearing a hoodie, but no, I actually kind of need it. Have a nice hot coffee, something like that. And I'm heading to see my aunt. She's my great aunt, both in terms of family ranking, but also she's a great aunt. And I'm gonna go hang out with her, have some tea, and maybe do a little drawing and hang out with her like I did when I was a kid. And yeah, I'm saying Anda very much. Anda. In Delaware, I stopped at a comic store, it's a comic and gaming store called Born to Game. It's in Dover, Delaware, so if you're there, check it out. They are also carrying the Horror A4. They have 5 issues on consignment right now, so that's cool. I only have 4 issues left. I brought 15 with me. I sold/gave one away. We hung out with our friend Angela, and her new boyfriend, who's a nice guy, is a comic guy, and he was interested in asking me about it and stuff. Went in the car. Yeah! And, but he was interested, and at some point he's like, can I buy one of these off of you? And so, of course, I was like, no, take it for free. Kind of similar to like when my cousin wanted to hire me to do that label, and I'm like, well, you offered money, so it's now free, you know, so hopefully he enjoys it. But that left me with 14. I put 6 in, 14? 15. Maybe I had 16 to begin with. Doesn't matter. The point is I have it in 2 shops now. I have 4 left that I want to try to put in the Kevin Smith shop and Red Bank. If not, another one, whatever. My hair's a little gweeby. Gweeby, that's the technical term. I learned it from a salon master. So I'm going to see my aunt now, and then we have lunch with the Lunchables. No, we have dinner. I am a mess. I haven't had a good night's sleep since I've been here. I have technically gotten a 7 or 8 hour night's sleep, but none of it's been good. You could see it on my face. I'm enjoying visiting people and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but I'm not well rested. I haven't been well rested in a while, and I think when I get home, I'm gonna have a very productive day of sleeping. I will say, though, that I'm super motivated to get back to work on the comic. I have the iPad, so theoretically I could be working on it, and I've put a few lines here and there. Again, that's sort of more than I would have got done, but, you know, like a panel on 1 page, you know? But I'm very motivated, especially, it's when I put the comic in the stores, it reminded me of conversations I had back in Chicago, putting, oh, when's the next one coming out? And it's like, oh, well, soon, you know, how long does this one take? Oh, a year? Oh. You know, one guy in the store in Delaware, like not the person who worked there, but they're just like interested in asking questions, like, oh, how long did it take you to get the comic done? Like a month? I'm like, no. You know, like, you know, I said it's true that a professional comic artist could get, you know, pencils done in a month, but I'm doing pencils, inks. I'm having someone else letter, but it still takes time for me to supervise. I wrote it, I'm published, you know, everything grays. So, you know, it should take maybe, with all the jobs I'm doing, 3 or 4 months, but I also have a job, and I'm a procrastinator. I didn't say that last part. So it's, you know, taken more like 6 months, and, you know, it's actually, I think it's been longer than 6 months, but it's 6 months since I've been working out, whatever. Point is, you know, I'm slow, and every time something like that comes out, I'm like, I gotta be faster. She blows. We're here in Clifton, New Jersey at the TikTok Diner, where we're meeting Q's first cousin once removed or some such thing, but really the significance is this is a diner I used to go to all the time when I lived in Rutherford, New Jersey, which is where I lived when I was going to school at SVA and working in the animation places that I worked in New York, and it's not close to any of our relatives or anybody we currently know. We would not normally be up here. This is one of those weird sentimental back to roots kind of trips that normally would never happen. This diner is not a diner I would normally go to, but it worked out that Q needed to meet somebody. They were coming down from New York, and she remembered this diner, and we liked it, so here we are. So it's a place that I don't think I've been to since I moved out of New Jersey. Yes.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Gazbot. As you know, because this is one video I've been watching, so I don't know why I felt the need to introduce myself yet again. It is late in my journey to New Jersey, or my journey to New Jersey where I'm not in. Anyway, it's late in that process. Today is Tuesday. I'm leaving Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening. It is morning. This is natural lighting coming through. And I haven't had as many updates because my phone ran out of capacity as far as recording and taking videos and things, because I made the awesome decision to record a bunch of stuff from the last show I went to, whatever other random pictures I took, and then a 2.5-week trip without purging anything. So I've since purged some things, so I have more room, but some things were lost, including a rant I was in the middle of when it stopped. So anyway, but it definitely got me, I feel like I've had more drive to do art, to do my comic for the last 2 years, since I started the horror project in 100 days. And the last couple months, I've had more of a drive, like, oh my god, what am I doing? I gotta get issue 2 done. And now, since I've been out here, I've had even more drive. Unfortunately, that hasn't translated to me working on the book on the iPad. The iPad is a viable solution. I'm keeping it, but I just have had a hard time finding time when I could work on it, because either I don't want to spend the whole day sitting around working when there are friends that I haven't seen in a year and a half that I want to get lunch with, or I'm in a situation where I'm spending time with family, and I've tried busting it out and working, but everybody, people talk to me, so I can't, like, in a way that I would feel rude ignoring them. It's not like talking to other artists. We're all like, yeah, and then Transformers. It's like, so what's your father been up to? Oh, well, he blah, 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 or people make little comments on my art, which, whether good or bad, it's just like, come on, So I've had a hard time getting that done. It's good for portable. It's not good for not alone, at least for me. I mean, maybe I can get over that. But the point is, I want to get more work done on the comic. I'm dying to get home. I'm enjoying my trip, enjoying to see people, but I'm dying to get home and just really start cracking on the book. But at the same time, I haven't had a good night's sleep the entire time I've been here. So I feel like I'm going to have to take a day or two to just fix myself and my sleep. Some nights I've gotten, 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep. But some nights I've gotten 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. But I've slept exclusively on inflatable mattresses at both places I've stayed, with the exception of when I was like, screw this, I'm going to sleep on the floor. Neither of which is a great night's sleep, and I end up waking up a lot, whether because Q moved or I have to pee or whatever the thing is. I haven't got, a really good night's sleep in a while. I'm not hallucinating and anything like that. I've gotten sleep, but I just feel like I'm at 75% capacity the whole time I'm here, So anyway, when I get home, I can see, as much as I'm raring to go, taking a day, I'm also going to have to clean the house and, I want to go home and be like, comics! But I'm going to go home and be like, sleep, clean the house, cats. Okay, comics! And yeah. And also, right before I left, I was trying to, right before I left, I was trying to eat a little less, exercise a little more. I was succeeding at the exercise a little more, not so much to eat a little less. And since I've been out here, I've been eating like garbage, because I've gotten Easter candy, as you can tell. But it didn't help my, quote-unquote diet. Not that I'm going on a diet per se, but just trying to be a little healthier. And in addition to that, I have a lot of people giving me home-cooked meals. And then, here, take these home back to, the fridge of your in-laws where you're staying. And then a lot of restaurants and food, like bagels and things that I can only get out here on the East Coast. So it's like, well, I should cut down, but if I don't get bagels today, I'm not going to get them for a year and a half, 2 years, at least these good bagels. So, whatever. That's things. I'm trying to think of everything I said the last couple days that I would have had I had this device to speak with you.
Well, it's rainy and cold today. Yes, cold and rain. I'm going to see my grandmother on our last full day here, and I'm just stopping at a couple stores on the way. It's about an hour drive down there, so I'm breaking it up for myself. Yeah, but it's rainy and cold. Cold. And rainy.
This is what I had for breakfast. Pickled eggs and beets with salt. Yum. Also, when I was on my little journey, I saw this weird, I don't know, like a milkshake ice cream machine cup put in a thing, whatever. And a Think Geek store opened in the, I believe it was the Ocean County Mall, which is down south, which is a very odd place for it to open, but it was cool, and they had a lot of He-Man figures that you could previously only get from Matty Collector through their subscription service, and they had Dragon Ball Z statues, and it's basically kind of like a Hot Topic, but without the clothes and with more toys and good stuff. They're affiliated with GameStop, apparently, so this mall was weird because it had 2 GameStops and the Think Geek store, and the Inkwell Coffee House, which is the best coffee place in New Jersey, because you can get a Dutch coffee, which literally has butter in it, like a quarter stick of butter. Yes.
It's Tuesday night, and we're leaving tomorrow basically right after lunch, so we're trying to pack and get ready to go now. And I've purchased quite a few toys while I've been in town. I've had good luck getting toys that I could not find in California. So, but to save room, I'm now in the process of opening many of them. Like I got this White Ranger figure, which I couldn't find, and I'm opening him to get rid of the box because we have limited space. And it's good because I'm trying to not save boxes anyway, but it's having the funny effect of, if you look down here, there's some other Ranger figures that I had a hard time finding back home. And I bought these over the course of 2.5 weeks, and I could have opened them up and played around with them, taken a picture, goofed around, but they all just sat in a pile on the side, and now I'm quickly opening them all with no joy and packing them up to go in a suitcase to go home to maybe enjoy later. It's just a weird experience. It's like the equivalent of, like, it's Christmas, it's your birthday, open a bunch of stuff, but as quick as you can and don't enjoy it. All right, now later you'll get to see it. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Also, leftover pickled eggs. Look how they look sunburned or purple or something. Ah! Anyway, I can't bring these on the plane. Man, I look terrible. I have not shaved. I'm a vagabond ragamuffin. And so now, even though I'm full and not hungry and it's after midnight, I think I'm going to be eating some of these Pickle Bagels. Because I'm a terrible person and doesn't want to waste them. Well, I suppose I should shave for the journey. I've shaved and teleported to outside. But where am I going? To Target. Final day, gonna have a quick visit with my father-in-law on the way to the airport, but we had to stop at Target. Now, I did not look for toys, I did not look for anything. I simply returned a luggage that we are not using, and I don't know where Q parked, so I'm wandering around now. I should probably pay attention to where she might be. Sit? No, it's not. I am taking a quick walkabout to go to the bagel shop, Bagel Masters, which I've talked about multiple times on this journey, I'm sure. And I'm going to go there, and I'm going to get myself, once again, an egg salad sandwich and an everything bagel, which I've had, I think, 4 times since I've been here. It's my probably favorite lunch in the world, and I wish I could have it more often. I had breakfast, and I'm still going to have it. I'm not even that hungry, but it's like, this is what I'm going to eat until I get home tonight at midnight. I'm just going to load up on this. A little bit too full now, and then hopefully good until later. I also, today's Wednesday, we're getting back late tonight, and then I have Thursday, where my plan was to just sleep and relax and then get to work on the comic. But I forgot that Friday morning, we're leaving for LA. I knew we were going to LA. We had a plan to go to a convention down there for Q. And this trip was unplanned, blah, blah, blah. But I kept thinking it was the next week. So we're gonna be home for literally 1 day before we leave again. So, which means instead of relaxing and or getting work done, it's gonna be picking up prescriptions, picking up mail, making an appointment for my cat, doing all the things that I haven't been able to do like a maniac. Plus I also have class because I'm still taking Japanese class. I've missed 2 of them while I've been out here. I got the notes and the homework and I've tried to keep up, but I haven't done a great job. So I'm gonna be doing that on the plane now, and then run around, do all kinds of stuff when I get back, go to class, go home, then go to LA. So that's our good. I have no idea when you're gonna see this video because I don't know when I'm gonna edit videos. I wanna put one up. That's the other thing, I wanted to have a video up as soon as I got back, but well, who knows what evil lies in the hearts of men? I'm the shadow, I know. Ooh. No, that has nothing to do with anything. Why? Well, it's a comic and this is ostensibly about me making comics. I did that whole spiel leaning on someone else's car. We have a rental car, it's white. I walked up to a white car, leaned on it. Luckily, the owner didn't see me. Now I'm at my actual car. Okay, bye. Look at that place, see that? It's a church, but it's also a graveyard. This is the first graveyard I remember seeing. I'm sure I saw ones before it, but I was old enough that I remember. This is near my house in Shrewsbury, and it's like, oh, that's a place where dead people are buried. I am aware of this now. And every time we passed it, someone in my family, usually my father, would say something like, well, there's a place people are dying to get into. Or he might say something like, you know how many dead people are in there? All of them. To which I would sometimes reply, oh yeah? Well, you know what kind of locks they use on the gates? Deadbolts! Right here is Omega Graphics Printing. It's amazing that this place is still open, considering it's, you know, not a chain like a FedEx or something, and it's been here for so long, this little shopping area. I got my first business cards ever printed on here. It had my pager number on it. Well, strap in, it's time for another one of Gazbot's etiquette lessons. I was online, and there was a woman in front, well, there were several people in front of me, but specifically there was one woman in front of me, a white woman, and she ordered a bunch of stuff. Like, the guy's like, can I help you? And she's like, here's 6 sandwiches and this and that, whatever. Okay, fine. Now, another guy comes up and says, can I help you, kind of to all of us? And I'm thinking, well, I'm next. But before anybody responds, she's like, oh yeah, that guy's getting me those, but I also need blah, 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 and named like 4 more sandwiches. And he's like, oh, so you need those? She's like, yes, but that guy's getting me those, but you need to get me, essentially taking up 2 workers instead of 1 for her big order. Now, if there was no one there, certainly, spread the work out, get it done quicker. But I was online behind her, and there are people online behind me, and that's just not how it works. You give your order to 1 person, they fulfill it, you get it. You don't get to give your order to 5 people, so you get out of there quicker and everyone else has to wait. So I was annoyed, and I'm like, should I say something? I've been coming in here. I'm a regular, even though I'm only here for 2 weeks. And I'm like, no, they're nice people. I don't want to cause a scene, although I'm very annoyed at this lady who just comes off as entitled and privileged, and I don't know, it just bugs me. But I'm like, all right, whatever. So the guy goes and seemingly is going to make her sandwiches, but he goes over to the first guy and says, oh, on that order, add this, 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 and this. And he comes back and he's like, what was that chicken salad? She's like, yeah. And he goes, and this, blah, blah, blah. And he basically tells the first guy everything she just told him, and then turns to me and says, what can I get you? And I was like, yeah, you're a professional. You're a bagel man. You understand etiquette. You don't help her with 2 people. You move on to me. My stuff got done first. I looked over at her, and she seemed a little like, purr. And I'm like, good bagels. Didn't say anything, but gave her a little smarmy smirk smile, and made sure to give the guy a nice tip in front of her. I said, thank you very much. And I'm like, bam, dropping a couple bills. Look at this lady. You should be dropping bills. It's the way we do it here at Bagel Masters. Anyway, I'm heading back. Bye. Up here on the left, I can't look well because I'm driving, but you might see a pink building. See that pink building? I used to live there. It used to not be pink. It used to be kind of grayish, and it had an insurance company downstairs. We lived upstairs. My room was actually in the attic. What? And I was going to school in another town, and during summer I would live there and not be able to see many people, so I would walk down this road that we're driving down now with my rolled up pennies to go to the bookstore and buy Balloon County comic collections or overpriced second-rate, third-rate 80s toys at the CVS. Right over here, this building on the right is actually some sort of museum. You can see there's like a little property there. I went there on some sort of tour when I was a kid. I don't remember much about it. It probably took 10 minutes. The main thing I remember is they had candy that was like sugar-flavored sticks, kind of like candy canes, but they had butterscotch and root beer and things. But I guess history happened here too. I don't know what. It's an Allen house. Allen lived there. That's the history. Bye, Allen.
And just in case I haven't yet mentioned it, I did get my comic, The Horror A4, into Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash. So this is us on our way home. The escalator was taken apart, and I just thought that was interesting. I'd never seen that. Look at this guy. I'm like, that guy looks like somebody. It was Justin Long from Tusk, from Kevin Smith's Tusk. How Jersey can you get? Anyway, the airport was very crowded. We got on the plane. And I'm saying good luck to us because there was a chance we might miss our connecting flight. Our bags weren't there. We eventually got our bags, but we missed our connecting flight.
At the Phoenix airport, wow, I feel like I'm being loud. I feel like I can't be normal volume without seeming like I'm yelling. Am I normally yelling in my videos? I don't know. Anyway, I'm at the Phoenix airport where Scott Circlin lives and my other art friend, Tony Consiglio, lives. I don't live here, but this was a stopover. And because our other plane was late by quite a bit, and they didn't hold the plane, now we live here. We live here in the airport. But what's this? While Scott is doing the Artcasters and was lovely enough to offer us a place to stay, my buddy Tony Castiglione, who I knew from when he lived in New York and I lived in New Jersey, is going to come pick us up, have a little food, and then let us crash at his place, and then drive us back here for an 8 o'clock in the morning flight. So my dreams of having a great night's sleep in my own bed tonight have been dashed, but art friend bonus time. And so while I may not be going home, I am going home again to an old friend. I probably will fart in his house.
And now, without permission, here's the desk of Tony Castiglio. He is old school. He doesn't use computers, just ink, a pen. There's something I kind of admire about it. I kind of wish I can go back to that. I'm too far gone now. This is a big thing he had set up for one of his displays at a comic show. And here's a couple random pages. I definitely recommend checking out his work. Name's Tony Castiglio. His most well-known work is Double Cross. He's done other things as well, though. You could look it up. It is available. It is hilarious.
It's Thursday morning. I'm reporting from inside the Consiglio compound. It's lovely here, but I fear my time has come to an end. Yes, that's right, I ended up sleeping over a friend's house here in Phoenix. I'd been awake for 10 seconds, so you can see that I live lovely sleep eyes, but I need to show you something that vexed me last night. They were kind enough to say, oh, stay over, use our shower, whatever. They all started, getting ready for bed. I came in to use the shower, and I turned it on here. You see, the water comes out, right? And this right here controls the temperature. And then I spent 10 minutes trying to get it to come out of there. Could not figure it out. I turned this, didn't do it. I turned this and this. Every combination of left and right. I tried pulling it out, pushing it in. I tried turning this, I tried turning this. I tried turning this, I tried doing something with this. I turned this left and right. Nothing. I turned every one of these knobs. Nothing. After 10 minutes, I gave up, went to go ask, everyone was asleep. Came back in, for 10 minutes I tried again. I turned this, I pulled this, I tried turning the middle thing. I tried pushing this up, pulling this down. Could not make it work, gave up, ended up squatting, sticking my head under like an 8-foot watering hole. But I now know the secret. It is this. The water's on, you pull that. Like the ape from 2001 with a bone, this knowledge comes too late. As promised.
The next morning, there was a lovely spread of all kinds of different creams and non-creams, just like you'd expect in a New Jersey home, even though this was Phoenix and they're from New York. That's Tony. He was so happy to see me, and I was so happy to see him. We were in sync. We're perfectly in sync. Then on the way out, look, cactus. It's Phoenix. It's Arizona. It's cactus. And also cactus. I guess I have two pictures of cactus here. I should take it out, but I'm not gonna. Deal with it. Here we are at the airport, and what happened was we were able to push our flight back, so we didn't have to get up at 8. We got up at like 10 or whatever to make a 12 o'clock flight. It was still not great, and we meant we wouldn't get home very early, but we did get to see some robots. This was in San Jose.
And finally, home on the floor. Home where the cats roam. Home where they immediately want to get into our luggage. Sorry, that got bad camera work. Anyway, that's been my exciting adventure. I'm tired. I got a lot to do. And then tomorrow, I get up early and go to Los Angeles.
Oh, look, it seems the cat shattered something. Oh, yes. Hey, what's up? It's me, Gazbot, and I have... Well, I suppose I should...
And I can tell you that it makes all the difference in the world. No, I don't love him. I don't need him. No. And I can tell you that is what is... There's some incorrect formatting for you. Look at my narrow face and bad framing. While I'm driving... Oh, good. There goes the camera. All right, no.
Hi, I'm Gazbot, and I want to tell you about all the trees in my neighborhood. I got lots of trees. That one's Joey, and when I come over here under this bush place, I tell myself I'm good like cheese. I'm like a Parmesan or some kind of provolone. I don't know what kind of cheese, but it's a good one. Hey, #1 cheese. I'm going to put some boxes into this plastic box, and it says, nom, nom, nom. I eat the box calories, and I'm going to grow big and strong. But let's get back to trees. Trees. Hey, that rhymes with cheese. Maybe I'm not cheese. Maybe I'm a trees. I'm an ent. I'm a Groot. I'm a guardian of the galaxy. Yee, boo. Okay, I think what I'm going to do now is eventually I'm going to touch my face, and then I'm going to fly away into space to find Mrs. Star-Lord and Mr. Gamora and that Riddle Rocket raccoon buddy, because I'm a Groot, and you are out of here. Ha!